What's up? As you might have assumed from this title of this video is going to be about my biggest failure as a filmmaker ever.
We're all in like the good mood, like to get stuff done and like act with each other.
We have bonus.
In terms of filmmaking, this is my worst failure. I actually filmed a behind-the-scenes featurette / vlog type thing, and that's the only surviving footage of this entire project. It's not much, but it's all we have, so enjoy it. About a year ago, I had an idea for this comedy film. I don't really do comedies, but I had an idea to do this comedy film called Bleeding Out. This film was about a group of friends where one of them gets shot and then the group of incompetent friends have to take him to the hospital. Seems very straightforward, right? Well, I'm glad that seems straightforward because the process of trying to make this film was anything but straightforward. It had more zigzags than a freaking Doctor Strange LSD trip, which, by the way, Doctor Strange was awesome. I wrote this 15-page treatment for this story, and I had some help from some other friends who contributed some jokes. Everyone was excited to do it. Anyway, casting this film was one of the hardest things ever, and it was kind of ridiculous how hard it was to cast this film because everyone just kept dropping out. Like, they just kept dropping like flies, one after the other. And it got to the point where I was like, is this film even worth it? You know what I mean? But, you know, I picked myself up, dusted myself off, and I finally got a cast and a crew together. It's pretty grainy right now, but I haven't been filming behind the scenes as much, but all the actors are up there in that window. But no, I think it's going pretty well so far. I haven't really doing behind the scenes stuff because this movie shoot is just breakneck pace, so. It's Trevor.
He's taking a poo or a pee.
Is he taking a poo or a pee?
Yeah.
Interesting. So how do you think the shoot's going so far?
I think it's swimmingly a proper response.
Swimmingly is a proper response.
I mean, I feel like there's been a lot of maybe sexual referencing and foreign accents, but what's a film shoot without all that?
Right, yeah. I'm gonna go inside now and yeah.
Alright, see you inside.
I'll see you inside. Due to personal reasons, I had to delay this film twice, so I was hell-bent on making this film. I was dead set on making this film. About 2 months before the shoot, we had everything set. We finally had an actor and an actress. We had two roles that were the hardest to cast. So we finally casted them. Boom. A week before, both of them drop out. So we had 5 days to find a new actor and an actress. I immediately rushed to a conclusion. Hold on, I'm gonna go to a different location. Hey, look at this.
Yeah, look at us.
Look at us.
I heard you were vlogging out there.
I was vlogging, yeah.
Oh, that's the 70.
What do you mean? Are you doing like a special features thing?
It's behind the scenes.
Although he looks great.
Right.
We're keeping it on because of all the massive erections everyone's getting on set.
No, he came like this. Like, he just, like, we
I've
picked him up.
several times like this.
No, but yeah, we picked him up and he was just in a black morph suit.
You know, I was like, well, Bob's your uncle.
I'm gonna fix the white balance pretty soon. There it is, white balance.
Hashtag white balance.
The anal bead. This is the anal bead camera.
It is the anal bead camera. There it is.
The goal is because it's a tripod, we all just
we have to move as a group, so it has a tripod stand. It's a team effort training camera stand, so you learn to work as a team with anal beads in.
Exactly.
I get it.
I got 3 of them in frame. So anyway, because there were 4 main characters, and our actor and our actress, they just dropped out a week before the shoot. This is when me and my partner, we go into panic mode. We're like, how are we going to find an actor and an actress in a week? We pull out all our stops. We still can't find an actress, but we find an actor who is a good friend of mine, so nothing against him. So what I do is I rewrite the screenplay to omit the female character entirely. You know what I mean? And this is like 2 days before the shoot. The next day, which is a day before the shoot, the other actor drops out. We're screwed. We've spent $500. It's in the hole. We spent a combined total of over $500 to make this film already, between equipment rental, wardrobe rental. We bought equipment, certain equipment. And that's the thing that really bothered me, was how much money me and my producer put into this short film. So at this point, there are only 4 people, myself included. So there's me, my friend Trevor, and my other 2 friends. We got a lot of equipment here. Right?
Yep, man's Bob's your uncle.
I'm trying to impress you guys. Hold on. Here's a Ronin.
Where did we put the drone?
There's an A7S Mark II on there.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Got a boom pole, dead cat, whatever. Got some lights up in here. We got this dude. Don't know what he is. Atmosphere aerosol.
Don't forget the drone and the 700.
Trying to impress our viewers now. Our 2 viewers. There's the drone. We got some cool drone footage.
What is it now?
And then we got the FS700 Odyssey Q extension. That's pretty cool. From bleeding out until now, describe the entire kerfuffle.
In mind frame, you're gonna want to really get this one.
Okay, hold on.
You're gonna really, really want to get this one.
Yeah, okay, I got you. So let me repeat the question. From bleeding out until now, describe it in 2 words.
Fucked up. That's all I gotta say. Fucked up. From the very get-go, it was like everybody just fell through. We went through like 8 actors and actresses.
Oh my gosh, more
and
than
then
that.
me,
That didn't even count the people we asked.
yeah, Nico and myself dropped a shit ton of money on this, more so Nico, but we just dropped a shit ton of money and everything just fell through. So we're like, we got 2 days to think about what we want to do and start shooting. So here's day 1.
So what about you, Brian?
What about me?
From bleeding out until now, describe the whole experience in 2 words.
Interesting change.
Yeah, well, go.
I'm not gonna act like I'm disappointed though with what we're doing now.
Yeah.
I actually, now that I have I mean, not to say I wasn't gonna. Obviously, I was still one of the people with Trevor and Jordan that were gonna do this with you. But to actually get to help and come up with the plot for the film was like a big deal for me because I've always wanted to work with you. So
Story credit and screenwriting credit.
just call me John Carpenter. That's who I am.
That's right.
No, I'm kidding. Don't put that in there. I don't want to die.
That's about all I was good for. Was the drone footage.
Oh no, you're the dad bod shadow monster.
The dad bod shadow monster with the little penis.
The equipment's on the truck. It's coming. It's coming. We might as well do something with it. We regroup. We take a day because it was a 3-day shoot. We regroup to take a day and we come up with this horror film. A very simple but effective horror film. We spent 22 hours plus filming this horror film. You know, we wanted to put this in festivals. We were hoping it would be a stepping stone for us. Somehow, through some crazy supernatural thing, something crazy happened. I plugged in the cards because there were 3 SD cards. I plugged them in. None of them worked. And here's the crazy thing. We still don't know what happened. It wasn't the devices because we shot on 2 different devices. It couldn't have been the cards because we've used these cards before. We were looking and listening to the audio and we were looking at the A7S footage on the camera. We were looking at it, so the footage was coming from somewhere. And all 3, so I took it to Best Buy because I was starting to panic, and he comes back, all 3 cards were corrupt. We lost all the footage, and that was crazy. The only footage we had was from the FS700, which shot on solid-state drives. So we still had the FS700 footage, which I wanted to show you guys, just to at least give you an idea of what the film looked like. But the funny thing is, this was my boss's equipment. I mean, no disrespect, he can do whatever he wants with the equipment. It's totally fine. It's not like it made that much of a difference. But he actually took out the FS700 a few weekends ago, and he formatted the cards. So all the footage is gone. Actually, my friend Trevor actually laughed. He said, wow, you can't even make the mistake film, which is this right now. It is official, 100% of the footage is gone. And due to the frustration of 3 cards getting corrupt, unexplicably, it's supernatural. We took it to professionals, we took it to friends, we did everything we could. We ran it through like hundreds of programs to try and figure out how to get these cards back. We couldn't do it. I knew the cards were screwed. After trying everything, in the frustration, I broke one of the cards. And a weird thing is that a guy, 1 out of the 4 crew members who stayed and actually worked on the film, he felt it necessary to actually attack me and basically blame me that the film didn't work out because I broke the card. I had to switch locations again. So anyway, as I was saying, it made no sense for him to attack me because me breaking the card made absolutely no difference in the outcome. 0 difference. If I didn't break that card, we still wouldn't have a film. But I digress. That's a story for another day. Who cares? Day 2 with the machine.
Howdy.
Yeah, this behind the scenes video probably won't be too good, but I have to Trevor's going to take this fisheye, put it on the A7S, which is right there. And yeah, it's gonna be cool.
So yeah, today is day 2 of filming. We got a friend over here of Brian's. We're shooting their scene today. We're gonna do some work with the Ronin and the A7S in the cemetery. So we're just balancing this out. We're gonna get everything ready downstairs, and we'll walk you through it. So
there you go. And sorry about the audio on this camera. The mic's right there, but whatever. You know. So anyway, we're gonna take this lens off. So
there's gonna be a jump scare on the stairs when you're coming. I see him jump scare. I start freaking out like, no, like he can't be this close to my house. I come over here, I punch this, and then the door starts to open, and that's when I tackle the door.
A7S died again, right, guys?
yeah, go figure. I wish we had the 700 to get this this chub in slow motion.
Well, we're done.
We didn't. After basically 3 days of straight filming.
The reason I'm making this film, or this little short video, because I see a lot of success stories when stuff like this happens on YouTube. You know, when you watch Film Riot or Rocket Jump or Quarter Digital, you watch the behind the scenes, or Scott DW, there's always problems that they muscle through, and then they get something done and it's just as good, or it's not as good but it's still good as what they did. But I've always, like, I want to make this film to show you that things aren't always going to work out. You know, your plan B is not going to work out. Like our plan B didn't work out. None of it works out sometimes. And there's a lot of discouraging moments when you're trying to get into this career, a film career, or any career. There are going to be moments where you feel very discouraged. And that's why I wanted to make this, because there is no success at the end of this story. As a matter of fact, this is a huge failure for not just me, but everyone involved. It was a huge failure, creatively and emotionally, and it sucks. But in the end, that's what happens. That's life. That's what happens. So if you ever feel discouraged, or if anything like this happens, just know that you're not alone. And this happens. To pick yourself back up and dust yourself off and say, you know what, it didn't work this time, but it's going to work eventually. I know that I sound like a textbook that you find at like a crappy secondhand bookstore in the inspirational section, but it's the truth. You know what I mean? We can't give up on our dreams, especially when our dreams give up on us. We can't. Even though this was a huge failure for us, I still want to do what I want to do, which is be a filmmaker. There's no success at the end of the story. There was only failure. But you know what? That's okay. Because this is a huge eye-opener. We learn things, and we're going to move on. In the end, don't give up on your dreams, and always do what you want to do. And that's it. I'll see you guys later. Whoop!